Seven, six, five, four, three, two, one.
Hey there guys, so I'm back with episode 5 of Dino Fury Winning Attitude. Now this is just a straight up filler episode. I mean, apart from the fact we get to see the Tiger Claws all appear, but it has that typical trope of winning isn't everything and don't jump to conclusions until you hear the whole story, which plays into part of Izzy's sportsmanship. So the episode starts off with Izzy training for this big race tomorrow. She really wants to win this, and you've got her cousin who's coaching her, Lily, who's got Charge syndrome, but she's a winner at the Special Olympics, played by Sarah Dalton, who's an athlete at the Special Olympics, which is just great all around. And I won't go too much to detail because the internet is quite sensitive, but it's great to see Power Rangers again representing people with disabilities. We hardly get to see that in kids shows. There are a few like Sesame Street, but we forget Power Rangers has done it before, like in all the way back in Mighty Morphin, A Different Drum, which is a really great episode. Kimberly's friend who's deaf, but it takes advantage because she's immune to Gnarly Gnome's music. And you've got Zeo, Trust in Me. I mean, Rocky takes a fondness into one of his karate students, but she distrusts him. And you also got the recent movie, which Billy is autistic. So it's great to see it again in Power Rangers, but we also get to talk about the Special Olympics, which is great. So in this episode, 49 discovers the Tiger Claw Zord, which is buried underground, and his plan is to destroy it by drilling a bomb to it, which caught me by surprise because most of the time it's kind of like, oh, let's take control over it till the Rangers find a way to take it back. And we also get to see Jane and J-Borg, who does this pet talk to these kids, like what to do when they see a monster, call the Rangers on the hotline. And I like that, but it's stupid because these kids are like 5 and it's like, did they honestly have a phone? I would be surprised by that. But we also get to see later on in the episode, and they kind of hide underneath this wheelie bin which goes down the hill, and somehow it actually destroys the front of a car. Okay, I will say this. Jane and J-Borg are really growing on me. Half the time they kind of get irritating, but sometimes they are funny. So I do like them as characters of the show. So the monster of this episode is Brian Blast, which he only shoots water. Ooh. But like there's this debate going online saying it's voiced by Jason Smith, who, if you know Jason Smith, he's the Red Jungle Fury Ranger Casey from Jungle Fury. Now he even admits it on Twitter that he's not doing the voice, but it would be so cool because he has written episodes for Super Mega Force and he did come back for Super Mega Force. So maybe he's just keeping it low so he does the secret cameo in Dino Fury. We can always dream, can't we? But we do get this cool battle, but later on Izzy goes back to the race course so she can meet up with Lily for some more training. I mean, this bit when like Izzy gets really salty on her cousin. So basically she's nowhere to be seen. She's already been doing the training and then she's like, why did you abandon me? I had to go shopping. It's like, what? How could you? You're my friend and stuff. Winning isn't everything. You don't understand. And like, that was great. And you know, the next day it really backfires because she realised, oh, she was shopping with her friend because she's got a broken leg, so she needed help, and she's like, she feels really guilty. So, and she also has like this competitor with her. She keeps giving her like dirty looks, and yeah, they go for the race, and like she's winning, but she realised one of her competitors who falls down the hill and really hurts herself, and she just like, oh, I just have to stop and help her. And like, yes, there's this monster attack, and also you got Brian Blast and the Rangers summon their Megazord, and the one thing is just stupid. Levi hasn't got his sword yet, so he's just in the cockpit. And like, does he need to be in the cockpit because he doesn't have an actual sword? But they get overwhelmed by Brian Blast. But Izzy has a plan. Make sure he shoots at the where the sword is, so the sword can break free. Okay, whatever. So yeah, they like distract, so they head all the way to the mountain. I love the articulation of the sword, like I like how it actually can run. But yeah, I mean, so the monster entity shoots at the mountain, the Tiger Claw Zord is unleashed, and yeah, I mean, we don't really get to see much of the Tiger Claw Zord in action. We get straight to the Megazord Tiger Claw formation, and yeah, it's pretty cool. I like the fact that like Megazords has evolved in terms of additional swords. Like it used to be just swapping limbs, but then it's kind of like, oh, here's a little piece on the arms, here's a piece on the head. But this, it really kind of it definitely changes the vibe of the Megazord. And it's basically just more fast and has a big sword. But the one thing I really like, and it's a very small detail, like during the formation, when it switches helmet, when it goes back to like humanoid form, I like the fact that the key swords kind of do like a tag team, like it's your turn, good luck. That was really cool. But yeah, they destroy the monster. Izzy, I keep saying Lily. Why do I keep saying that? Izzy goes back to the race, and she didn't win, but she managed to make it in time. And like, oh, she's a bit annoyed because she didn't win, but she's had fun though. And the little moment which was quite touching, the fact that Lily gives Izzy her medal just to say well done, and that was just such a sweet moment. But overall, it's a really nice episode. It's not groundbreaking. There's some really cool moments, but I think this is a really important episode when we go back to Dino Fury and look back on it. But yeah, if I had to give this episode out of 5, I'm going to give it a 3.7. I can't wait to, like, I wish next week, I think next week we'll also get Levi's, like, sword appearance, and maybe we get a story about him. But this is an interesting thing now, because I've only just discovered it. So apparently, I know Izzy and Levi are step siblings, and Izzy's the stepdaughter to Garcia, Ranger, whatever, Levi's dad, but also she's the biological cousin to Lily. So maybe Izzy's mum was actually with Garcia. So basically, maybe there's like her actual mum was with Levi's actual dad. That's what I'm trying to say. But I'm hoping we'll get to an episode that explains all that. That'd be really nice.